First guest tonight is a cape-crusading, night-shifting, Beetlejuicing man-mom with a new movie he directed himself, starring himself and Al Pacino. It's called Knox Goes Away. It opens in theaters Friday. Please welcome Michael Keaton.
Good. I almost did this, which I never do. I don't understand.
You know Ed McMahon used to do that. That was
Is that true?
Yeah, Ed would always do that to Johnny. That was the big move, right?
Ed was a Buddhist. I don't know if you knew that.
Did you know Ed at all? Imagine Ed being a Buddhist.
I did. Well, I must have met him because I actually did Carson he had about 2 more weeks left before he was retiring. Maybe more, maybe a month, and I got a chance to do it. Yeah.
Oh wow, you got in right under the wire.
Right at the end, right under the wire. Yeah.
That's
great.
something else.
I know.
Was it like something you said, hey, you realized he was retiring? He's like, I better do this.
Oh man, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you didn't really chat with Ed, did you, huh?
Not much, no. We talked about Buddhism.
We had Ed here. Ed was my co-host for a week here at the show.
Is that true?
Time. And got to know Ed pretty well.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty great. It was
I'll bet.
Sometimes I feel like I'm like some kind of, it's like a talk show fantasy camp.
Yeah.
Tonight, in a way,
Right.
having you here on the show, but having Ed McMahon sitting next to me it was like I was in a sketch.
That must have felt weird,
It was
too.
very strange.
Yeah, but kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think he accidentally called me Johnny a couple times, which was
Well, they probably had a couple
super
of cocktails.
great. Yeah, more than a couple, maybe.
You think of that, though. Think of those guys. I mean, think of the stories. Think of the things he knew. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Some great behind the scenes.
There's a story about Ed McMahon. I don't know if it's true, but I heard it from a good source. He and Johnny went on a trip. This sounds like one of our trips, Guillermo, by the way.
Okay.
They got in some, like, prop plane. They went to Florida to golf or something like that, and they had a...
Already, I like this.
They had a rough night, right?
Right.
So at the end of the night, Ed was incapacitated, and in the morning, Ed was still incapacitated, and they could not get him up to get him to the private airfield to put him on the plane.
First of all, that image alone, trying to get Ed out of bed, just to pour him.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Right.
So Johnny and the other guys somehow take not only Ed, but the whole mattress and load the mattress with Ed on it onto the back of his plane.
Do you think that's true?
I do.
That's fantastic.
I do think it's true.
It's like one of those stories, those stories you go, oh, I hope this is true. I hope so much the story is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, we might as well just believe it's true, and because who's going to argue with it?
Yeah, but I believe a lot of things.
Do you believe weird stuff?
No.
No.
I'm not a conspiracy
I know, you're
guy
very level-headed. You are.
Yeah.
Even though you are, I have to say, like, looking at you the other night at the Oscars, watching you're in the audience. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito say they spotted Batman. I think we have a clip of this here. And now they spot Batman, and that's a menacing look. I mean, you're a very friendly person, and yet, like, there's a special...
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a glint of evil in your eyes, even, maybe.
You know what? You'll be back when I tell you to come back. No. You have to go into the face, whenever that happens, you just kind of... You just drop into that face, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was
Danny's the one I'd worry about because he's sneaky.
Is he?
Yeah. He'd creep up behind you.
Oh, yeah.
And he has the height advantage because he's so, you don't know where he is. He's always sneaking around. The other guy I would just put away. He's too slow. He's not even...
Schwarzenegger? Yeah. You'd kill him. It wouldn't even mean...
That was very funny. That was really fun to do. That's when show business is really fun, I don't know. I actually still don't know if that was you. Here's what happened. You come and you rehearse for the show because it's got to be tight. Are you sick of being complimented, by the way?
Oh, no.
Good. So great, man. Really great. Really great.
That. I mean, that's actually...
The bad news is you're going to have to do it for like 6
Yeah,
more
no,
years.
I don't know about that.
But they gave me a call, right? Am I right about this? And we rehearsed, and I'm on my way home, and I get a text from you or Molly, I forgot.
Yeah, I was with my wife, and I
the
texted
great Molly, who's
you.
the producer of the show, one of the producers of the show.
Yes.
And they give me this idea, and I kind of know what the idea is, and I go, well, when is it? Because I actually, frankly, wanted to go have some dinner, but, you know, and so I thought, oh, this could be kind of funny, but let's just see how it goes. So when I was in the back in the green room, we're talking, you know, everybody is yakking away, and I'm talking to this kid, great kid, comes up and goes, let's go, we got to go. And I'm looking at him, go where? And he says, no, you're on now. I said, you mean the thing in the audience? He goes, yeah. So you run down and you're passing, you know, oh, hey, Ryan Gosling, you know, you're running past all these famous people. And I love that panic, you know, where it might not work, it might work. And they say, where is he going to sit? And this poor kid is sweating bullets. Where's he going to sit? And it just works perfectly. Now, the great thing, if I don't mind saying myself, I brought along an ascot.
You did bring an ascot.
Yeah, wardrobe change.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because I thought, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to Bruce Wayne it up a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I figured people just saw me on stage.
That's a nice little touch.
Nice touch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many ascots do you own? How many ascots do you have? I want to know.
Upwards of 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're one of the world's largest collectors of ascots.
Come on over sometime. You're just hanging neatly folded. Yeah.
You know who knows how to wear an ascot? Al Pacino.
Oh,
this is a man who, yes. And Al Pacino is in the movie with you. You directed Al Pacino.
Yes, he is.
That's like jumping right into it.
Yeah.
May I ask, what is it? I mean, do you feel comfortable telling him what to do?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Oh, yeah. I feel comfortable telling everyone what to do. No, you know, it was such a great, you know, I had known him a little, not a lot. And we kind of went back and forth on who was going to play this particular part. I did it with everyone. This is a tremendous cast, by the way. So I get on the phone with them, and, you know, we had known each other, and I talked to him. And I will tell you this. We just started talking about, I mean, I joke about the ascot thing, but actors get a little, whatever. I don't know how to think any other way. I didn't think, oh, I'll sit in the audience. I thought, no, Bruce Wayne has to sit in the audience. So he thinks like that in spades, right? So we get on the phone, and I say, Al, you know, what do you think? He says, well, Mike, I want to do it, you know, but I'm not sure about that. You know, we're talking about, we go into detail. And we had this conversation, I thought it was going to be about 15 minutes. It never got about the character or the movie. It was never esoteric, it was never too cerebral, it was never too actory. It lasted about an hour. It was the single greatest conversation I've ever had about acting in my life.
Really?
Yeah, when I hear myself talk about it, I bore myself to tears. I actually find it interesting to listen to others. But for me, I don't want to talk about it. I don't really know. It was so great. I got so excited about it. And he's just the best. I mean, it's such a dream. And but the whole cast, I got to say, not just Al, everybody's great.
Yeah, but there's only one Al.
They're all his
and
one
there's only one Michael Keaton. And when we come back, we're going to see a clip from Michael Keaton's new movie, Knox Goes Away. We'll be right back.
You need to get a grip. I don't know how to do this. I'm not like you know? I'm not a killer.
You are, though.
What?
You're a killer. Damn good one, too. Not half-assed. I was out at the scene. Let me put it to you this way. That wasn't what you call a proportional response.
That is Michael Keaton and James Marsden in Knox Goes Away. You play father and son there.
Yeah.
He's great, James Marsden.
Oh, man, he's so good in this movie. I keep saying, wait till people see James Marsden. But actually, they're not going to be surprised because I think people know how good this guy is.
Yeah, he's great.
But this is a turn, man.
The movie, you'll explain it better than I do, but it's about
Probably
a hitman,
not, but
about
go
a
ahead.
hitman who suffers not even dementia, but this like very rapid onset memory loss. Yeah. And he has a plan, and that plan becomes more confusing as the disease progresses.
That's excellent, actually. Yeah. I'm afflicted with this form of dementia, right? And I see that I have X amount of time, and it progresses rapidly. So there's a ticking clock and all that. And this guy shows up in my house one night, and I have no idea who this person is, and it's my estranged son, James. And then it takes off from there. So he presents me with kind of a problem, and which I hope, Billy or Sean never present us with.
Yeah, so our children,
yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
So it's a question of, can I pull this off before I'm totally gone? Which the title is Knox Goes Away, before I go away.
And it's a weird mixture of, of
there's even some laughs in it.
Thrilling, and there's some laughs, but also some sadness there, too.
Yeah.
Like when he opens the door and there's his son and he just doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
You got very good reviews for the film also. You mind if I read them?
No, I'll read them all.
Michael Keaton directs himself into one of the most memorable performances as a contract killer with dementia. Sometimes actors make good filmmakers. In Knox Goes Away, Michael Keaton is a total filmmaker. That was Variety. Keaton just turned 72, and with his sandpaper skin and gray AstroTurf hair,
All right.
he looks from a certain angles a bit more wizened than he once did, yet he's still spry with a gleam of ice-pick authority. That's right. I think that's a very good description of you.
We use that description.
I was reading about you today, some of the interviews you've done about this movie, and you said that you create a backstory for your character.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting, because I'm not an actor and I don't know about that stuff. So every character you do, you have a backstory.
Yeah, not for Beetlejuice.
Not for Beetlejuice. That's exactly what I was going to ask you. Is there a backstory for Beetlejuice?
Well, interestingly, so let me explain. The great thing about playing Beetlejuice is you never, that cliched thing, you never ask the question or make the statement, well, my character wouldn't do that. He'd do anything.
Right.
Which was so tremendous to play. However, in the second one, which, dude, I'm telling you, it is so good.
Oh, it is? Oh, great.
Man.
Great.
It is
Wow.
so good.
Beetlejuice.
In the second one, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Tim lays this idea on me, and admittedly, I kind of went, "Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Good luck with that." So there is a kind of backstory. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I've seen it. There is a kind of backstory which is kind of a surprise for everyone.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
It might not be as good as it's good. The first one was good. It was apparently for what's her name, Bobert or whatever her name is.
Laura Bolbert. Yeah, she helped you with some pre-promotion.
Yeah. Apparently she really enjoyed it.
Not as much as the guy who showed up with her.
Yeah, he really liked it. Yeah.
I remember the first movie you directed. I remember this. I remember it so well. It was David Letterman's Holiday Film Festival, and he gave some of his favorite guests a certain amount of money to make a little movie.
Oh, that was the greatest idea.
It was great. Well, we have a clip from the movie that you made.
No, you don't.
We do. Now, I think it needs a little bit of setup. It's the movie was called But I'm Happy, and it was you're playing yourself, basically.
Well, I'm playing a man. I said, I remember the setup. I used to make these friends of mine laugh. This guy I used to call the Pig. And the pig was just a guy.
I know a guy they call the Pig also.
Right.
Pig, yeah.
So he kind of, I don't know what this is, but he kind of figured, the dough was always going to be around forever. He was good. He was spending it. And he was going to be good with it for his dying days. And he was kind of obnoxious. And then it just kind of dries up on him.
Yeah.
Everything dries up on him. That's the setup.
You playing an actor and things dry up.
Yes.
So what you call me down here for? Count my money or count my women?
Listen, Mike, I have some bad news for you. You have no money, and for the first time since I can remember, I'm telling the absolute truth.
Yeah, right. That's why I have a mansion, right?
When was the last time you were home?
I don't remember.
Do you remember your address?
I don't know, 13 something.
That's great. Wow, look at that. My, how far you've come. The movie is called Knox Goes Away. It opens in theaters Friday. Michael Keaton, everybody. We'll be back with Rami Youssef.